I think the pros of being in Japan is that it's a very creatively inspiring environment to be in. Here in Tokyo, there's a lot to be inspired in within the city. There's so much happening culturally and people are so interesting. There's so much to see and experience that it's just constantly evolving and inspiring you as a person. And because of that, there's a lot of exciting projects that happen here, exciting venues, exciting collaborations with people that you can meet here. I find that people are very open to collaborating and very interested in working and trying new things. They always have incredible attention to detail, duty of care about the projects that they work on. And for me, that's also very important. Cons, obviously there's a lot of rules, it can be very strict. There's often a lack of flexibility. Decisions can often take a long time to be made, which sometimes you don't really have that time available when you're working on a project, particularly the kind of projects I work on. I have to move quite quickly and be very nimble. In my experience, company processes can be very clunky, which is a British word which means kind of slow and difficult and pretty old-fashioned as well. And it is a difficult question because I don't have the experience of working in a Japanese company. So I don't think I have the context or authority to really give a fully balanced view on this, but I do have my observations, and sometimes there are issues with office hours. People are expected to work late, which can lead to an unhealthy work and life balance. Having a healthy work and life balance can benefit not only the individual, but also society as a whole. A happy, healthy, engaged employee will often deliver better results. If they're happy and they're healthy, then their work will be better, for sure. More time at home can also strengthen the family unit, and I think that's good for society in general. Honestly, I think that in life, family is the most important thing. People should be encouraged to spend as much time with their family as possible. Obviously, people have to work, but I think that the balance should be more even rather than work and family. I think we'd all be a lot happier if we were able to spend more hours with our family and the people we love and less time sitting in the office. Because a happy employee always works better and works harder for the team, for the boss, for the company. If they're happy, then they're going to do a better job. So I think that doesn't necessarily mean you have to give them more money to make them happy, but allowing them a better balance of working a life and being more understanding that people want to spend time with their family, that work is not the most important thing in life, that there are other things to consider, would be better for society in general. I think in Japan as well, there's maybe too much emphasis on hierarchy. Obviously, I think it's important that there's a leadership structure because you always need to have someone steering the ship, and there are always processes that you should follow to get good results. But I think in Japan, positions of importance are usually given based on age and experience over talent and ability. And I think this can have negative effects on how a business operates and stunt the growth and potential of gifted individuals within a company. So maybe you have somebody in your company that are very smart and forward-thinking in their attitude and a natural leader, but that person maybe can't break through because there's somebody above them that's been in the company for 15 years, and because they've been there for that long, they can't be moved. They've earned their right to be there, whether they're the right person for the job or not. And I think further to that, and this isn't just in work necessarily, but in politics too, having somebody in a position of power that's not so close to the issue can often mean that the wrong strategy is taken. I think you need people who live the experience to be able to educate on the situation. So people running a company that are 85 years old maybe don't have the best view on what's happening inside the company or what's happening inside the industry and what your competitors are doing and how you can improve your working processes to get the best results. And as I say, that definitely applies to how politics work in Japan too. I feel that if there were younger, more knowledgeable and people who are actually there experiencing things and seeing it from the front lines that were able to be in a greater position of power, then we'd probably see real change. I guess I spend a lot of time talking to Japanese people about how they work. For me, one of my favourite things to do to improve my Japanese is to go to izakaya and sit drinking beer, talking to random people. And sometimes, I'll meet a random salaryman that's just finished work and he hates his job and they want to talk. And they want to understand what the difference is between my culture and theirs. So I've had quite an insight into the struggles of working in the Japanese company system. So that's why I say it's not necessarily my own experience, it's more my observations that have informed my attitude towards this matter. I think Japan's an incredible country and there's so many amazing things about this place that the rest of the world could learn a lot from. That's respect. Respect is one of the most important things in this culture, and I think that's something which everybody could learn from. Not only that, there's no crime, there's no hard drugs. I think that people look after each other very well. People are genuinely interested in each other, and there's so many positive things I could say, but the work-life balance is definitely one of the biggest issues. I think that where I work here in Midoriso, there's a lot of people that are doing their own thing. They're working for themselves, managing their own time, being their own boss, working with great clients, delivering good work, but they're not tied to the desk. They're not having to experience the same stresses that come with working within a company. They've got the freedom to be themselves, but it doesn't mean they're less professional. It doesn't mean that their career is less successful. It doesn't mean they earn less money. It just means they have more freedom to do their own thing, and I'd like to see the rest of the industry in Japan start to move that way as well.